Alright, let's get started. And thank you for agreeing to wear masks and fill out all of the proper paperwork ahead of time.
Of course, we're just glad you could see us on short notice. We really need someone to talk to on this.
Okay, so first, do you actually have a problem this time? During our last session, it really seemed like you figured out most of your issues yourselves.
Well, you see, it really is nice just to have someone to talk things out with. Like sometimes when I'm home alone and I feel stressed out, I talk to my cat or to myself in the mirror.
Okay, but I'm not a cat or a mirror. I studied psychology for 10 years, and I really can offer you advice.
We really do need someone to help us out on this. You see, we're upset with our friends Derek and Mallory.
Okay, a real challenge. So, how does that make you feel? Why don't you go ahead and tell me?
You see, it all started when our friend Mallory got her real estate license. She was sure she could find us a house we could afford and had us looking at places right away.
So, what do you think?
Yeah, it's nice. You did a good job picking out a good house for us.
I know! I was surprised that such a great deal came up so soon. Should I make an offer?
Oh, it's a great house. Maybe you should, but give us a little time to think about it.
Of course, you take all the time you need. We can talk about it at dinner next weekend.
Okay, yeah, that sounds good. We'll see you then.
Wow, Mallory, you really found a nice house for them. I kind of wish we could take it.
I thought you didn't want to buy a house yet. If you would have told me, we could have bought this one.
Well, it's too late now anyway. I mean, what kind of friends would we be if we just took it out from underneath them?
The next weekend when Mallory and Derek came for dinner, things really got complicated.
So, Chris, do you think you're going to make an offer on the house?
Yeah, I guess so.
You don't sound very enthusiastic.
To be honest, I'm not sure that Carol and I can really afford it, but she loves that house. It would break her heart if we didn't move in there. Do you think we could get them to go down on the price a little bit?
I'll do my best. It is a really beautiful house, and it would make Carol so happy.
So, Mallory tells me that you're going to be putting an offer in on the house soon.
That's what it looks like.
I mean, that's a good thing, right?
Well, to be honest, I hate it. The commute would be horrible. I just didn't want to hurt Mallory's feelings, so I said that I liked it. But now Chris really loves the house, and he'd be shattered if we back out.
Oh, well, I'm really sorry to hear that. But I'm gonna get a drink. Did you want anything?
No, thanks.
Things are so complicated with this house. We love it, but it's going to make one of them miserable.
I know. I feel so bad for Carol. I mean, she hates that house so much.
Wait, Carol hates the house too?
Alright, I see where this is going. So, you're angry with Derek and Mallory because they let you buy that house even though they knew you didn't want it.
No, not at all. That night at dinner, we got everything straightened out. They're buying the house.
So what is the issue? Why are you angry with your friends still?
We're jealous that now they have a nicer place to live than we do.
Okay, well why didn't you say that from the beginning? You guys know you pay me by the hour, right?
And so, that's why my high school prom was ruined.
And how does that make you feel?
A little sad, but I only think about it a couple times a day.
Interesting. So, Carol, who did you go to prom with?
You mean, with whom did I go to prom?
Not this again.
What, Chris? Do Carol's prom memories upset you?
It's not that. It's the grammar kick she gets on.
The grammar kick on which I get.
See? Sometimes she just starts harping on the way people talk.
I can't help it. When I'm at work, I get these emails with atrocious grammar. It drives me nuts. I end up taking it out on other people.
Well, hopefully this is some evidence of a deep-seated issue I can finally enjoy analyzing or helping you solve. Right? So, can you tell me about it?
I mean, could I tell you about it? I guess my obsession with grammar all started when I was a young child.
Come on, Carol, let's be real. We both know it started when you got that work email 6 months ago. So, Carol, you ready to go to dinner?
Let me just check a few more emails. I have to make sure all the patients get in before the optometrist goes on vacation.
Try not to be too long. We do have reservations.
Okay. Oh my gosh.
What's wrong?
This horrible email. I've never seen anything like it.
Is it something obscene or threatening?
No, the grammar is atrocious. I can hardly make it out. Dear Sir or Madman, whenever I was young, I wear glasses, but not anymore. So I need new ones. I can't do nothing this month, but next month I'll be free every Fridays. It just goes on and on like that.
Yeah, I mean, so what? It seems like he's just clearly asking you to schedule him next month, so just do it.
No, I'm gonna write him an email correcting his grammar.
Why does it bother you so much?
I mean, it's just so disrespectful. It's like he didn't even put any thought into his communication.
I thought I had heard the end of it, but that night, as we were watching TV, it got even worse.
That headline is using a dangling participle. She just started her sentence with a conjunction. Well, and that commercial just ended its sentence with a preposition. This movie should have been called Honey, I Have Shrunk the Kids.
Oh my gosh, can you stop?
You mean, would you stop?
Okay, even I'm getting annoyed now.
See, I had to put up with this for a month before she finally stopped, and now you got her started again.
Okay, wait, but it stopped on its own? Interesting. Well, there must be some kind of root cause for this compulsion. Can you guys think back to the start of our conversation? Were there any words or situations that may have set it off?
Well, that's easy. Your grammar was wrong.
Oh, I almost forgot. Michelle texted me today. She wants you to call her.
Oh no, what does she want?
Carol, Michelle is my sister. Can't you show her a little more respect?
She's always criticizing me. The last time she came, she ran her finger over all of the furniture until she found just a teeny little bit of dust behind the fridge. Anyways, dusting is your job.
I wish you two could get along. You're my two favorite ladies.
Maybe we would if she stopped acting like such a mother-in-law.
clear that it upsets you when Michelle criticizes you. And Chris, you've made it clear that you want them to get along. Why do you think this friction might exist between them?
I guess it's just because Michelle's my big sister. She took care of me a lot when we were growing up, and she's very protective.
Do you understand how this might upset Carol?
Not really. I mean, I like the way she treats me, so Carol should like it too.
But maybe Carol just doesn't like that Michelle treats her differently.
Exactly. Just wait until you hear how our phone call went the next day at work.
Hi, Michelle. It's Carol.
Hello.
Chris said you wanted me to call you?
I told him that yesterday. It's nice to finally hear from you.
Yeah, likewise. So, what is it you wanted to talk to me about?
Well, Chris's birthday is coming up, and I wanted to make sure you don't get him a horrible present again.
Last year, I gave him a really nice sweatshirt.
Oh, Carol. You know Chris gets too hot when he layers up like that. So impractical.
He wears it all the time. He really likes it.
I'm sure he was just being polite. He was always such a polite boy. You're so very lucky.
You have no idea.
Anyway, I just wanted to get your email address so I can send you some helpful recommendations for what to get him this time, so that he won't be disappointed as usual.
How very thoughtful of you. Let me text that address to you right away.
That's it, Chris. I've had it with your sister.
What happened this time?
She's trying to tell me what to get you for your birthday.
Ooh, I love the presents she picks out.
She even sent me a link to the exact same sweater I got you last year.
I should have known that was from her. Good choice.
Chris, I picked that out for you, and she told me it was a horrible gift. She even told me it again yesterday.
That's Michelle for you.
Wait, you agree with me?
Well, yeah, I mean, I always have known that she can be kind of overbearing, even though she means well.
Why haven't you told me this before?
I was trying to convince you to like her, and when that didn't work, I felt like I needed to defend her even more.
Well, now that I know that we can talk more honestly, I don't feel so frustrated. I know she's your sister and you love her, and that's enough for me. I just need to be able to vent sometimes and feel heard.
So, now that you know I don't think she's perfect, does that mean you really like her?
I wouldn't go quite that far.
So, one thing I wanted to make sure we covered during our discussion today was how you've been handling the coronavirus restrictions. I know some people have been getting pretty down about it, what with all the events being canceled and people being trapped inside.
We're doing okay. I mean, we're glad some of the restrictions are being lifted, though.
Okay, then we'll move on to a different topic.
Wait a minute, that's all?
Well, yes, it didn't seem like there was anything else to discuss.
You're not even going to let us vent about how annoying it's been being stuck in our tiny little apartment all this time?
You were annoyed? You didn't have to live with you. You were the annoying one to live with.
Okay, apparently I may have been too hasty. Might be a story here after all. Okay, so you were stuck in your tiny apartment together for over a month. How did that make you feel?
Well, hopefully this is all we'll need.
Good. The countywide lockdown starts in about an hour.
Huh, It's good that I got back in time. What do you think would have happened if I was still out while the lockdown went into effect?
I would have had to shut you out and you'd have to live in your car.
Really?
No. But we have everything we need for a few weeks, so we should be good. I don't think it would be too bad. There are a lot of movies I've been wanting to watch.
That's all well and good as long as our savings hold out. I hope we're not out of work too long. Okay, I'm ready to go to the store.
If you had bought more groceries, you wouldn't have to be doing all of this.
Well, what can I say? I miscalculated a little.
So do you have hand sanitizer?
Yes.
And a mask?
Do you see all the masks on my face?
Alright, so do you have the list? I need to add something to it.
It better not be toilet paper. I heard all the stores are out. Just a minute, it's under all these layers.
Here you go.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Alright.
Oh no, the circuit breaker tripped again.
They haven't fixed that yet?
Well, you know, the pandemic. Should I get up and switch it back on?
You wouldn't rather listen to the leak dripping upstairs that they haven't fixed either?
Very funny.
Hey, Chris. Can you put your dirty clothes in the hamper?
Why? It's not like we're having company over or anything.
Well, they're gonna have to be washed eventually.
Well, you can't go to the laundromat now unless you're going to put on all that protective equipment.
I need to get out of this place.
Have you used your 30 minutes of outdoor exercise yet?
No, I was gonna save it up so I could go out for an hour tomorrow.
I don't think it works that way. But hey, I have an idea. How about we go out for a picnic today?
Well, that is a good idea. We can go out back where we won't be close to anybody. What's left in the fridge?
Mustard.
Dr. Thompson, we'd like to talk with you about something very deep now.
Well, finally. I've been waiting for this moment. That's what makes my career worthwhile.
This is the root of all of our problems and the main reason we came to you for counseling.
Deep breaths, Emily. Savor this moment.
See, we believe it comes from a misdevelopment of the edible complex.
That is fascinating. You know, I actually did my dissertation on this. I think I could be just the person to help you. Alright, so why don't we start with an individual psychoanalysis? This is so exciting. Better than I even imagined.
April Fools!
What? It's not even April.
I know, but your office was closed in April because of the pandemic, and we didn't want you to miss out on all the fun.
So, you don't have some deep, dark psychological issue to share with me?
We do have a story to share with you that we think you'll find very interesting, Dr. Thompson. It all started shortly after Mallory and Derek moved into their new house, when Derek approached me about an idea to surprise his wife.
So, Chris, I was wondering if you would help me decide what kind of cat to get Mallory. I know she really wants one, but there are so many from the shelter to choose from. Do you think she'd like a gray one?
Yeah, I'm sure she'd really like that.
But what about an orange one?
I think that would be okay too.
Short hair, fluffy.
I think either one would be good.
Chris, you're not helping me narrow things down at all.
Well, I have an idea. Why don't you get two? Then you can each have one to cuddle with.
I like that idea. And if she doesn't like either of them, they can just come cuddle with me.
So, is it a lot of work to take care of a cat?
Not really. Why? Are you thinking about getting one?
Yeah, just this big house. It feels so empty. It would be nice to have a pet.
I know. Why don't you get 2 cats? I always feel so bad for Maxine when we leave her home all alone. If you get 2 cats together, then they'll be best friends.
Oh, that's a good idea. But now, don't tell Derek. I want it to be a surprise.
Well, a few weeks later, we went to visit Mallory and Derek, both knowing there was going to be a surprise, but neither of us realizing just how big a surprise it would be.
Why are you trying to go upstairs?
Just need to use the bathroom.
Well, you can wait, right? Derek doesn't want anyone up there yet.
Whoa. You can't go down there. Mallory asked me to keep everybody up here while she gets your surprise ready.
Oh, did she say that? All right, well, I have a surprise for her too. Chris, want to help me get it ready?
Carol, could you come down here for a minute, please?
Sure.
I can't wait to see the look on Derek's face.
Surprise! Oh. I guess the surprise is on both of us.
So now they each have 2 cats to cuddle with.
Okay, that's great. But why are you telling me this? Does this have anything to do with your marriage?
No, of course not. We just thought you'd think it was cute.
That's kind of what I figured.
Dr. Thompson, we came up with a great idea the other day and we think you should incorporate it into your sessions.
Yes. I studied psychology for over a decade, but I'm sure something that you guys came up with will be far better than anything I would.
Right, so here it is. You listen to your patients describe a problem they already solved on their own.
Isn't that what we've been doing this entire time?
But then you can use what you learned from it to help them grow further.
I feel like nothing I say will change what's about to happen.
Dr. Thompson, we're going to tell you a story about how we solved Chris's overspending on junk.
Well, this should be interesting.
I started out by talking to Mallory. I know she and her husband have disagreements about money, so I thought she would have some good advice.
Gee, Carol, it sounds like your problem is the opposite of mine. Derek is so cheap. The other day, I caught him polishing old staples that he took out of a telephone pole and trying to fit them back into the staple.
Wow. I mean, Chris is the exact opposite. I was just hoping maybe I could use some suggestions and modify them some.
Let me think. I know. Whenever I need something and Derek insists that we can't afford it, I just take the money out of his wallet. He never notices he has so much and he doesn't spend it.
I can do the same thing. I can take the money out of Chris's wallet and he can't spend it.
Carol, do you know where my wallet is?
It's right here, dear. Let me get your coat. There you go.
Oh.
And, what time will you be back?
Well, what time is it now?
Let me check. Looks like it's about 3:30.
Oh, I should be back around 6 then.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Just tying your shoes.
These shoes don't have laces.
Well, tricking him obviously didn't work, so I remembered something you said in one of our sessions about communication, and I thought I'd give it a try. It always worked before.
Hey Carol, look what I bought.
What is it?
I don't know, but it was only $40.
Chris, we have got to talk about spending.
What about it?
Well, you're doing too much of it, especially on novelty items like this.
But haven't you always wanted it? Whatever this is?
No. We've got to start saving more.
Are you saying I can't buy anything that I want from now on?
Of course not. I just think it's time that we sit down and make out a budget. We'll each get an allowance in cash, and we can't spend more than that a month on frivolous items, like whatever that is.
Okay, that sounds fair. But I do think you should hide your purse from now on. This morning, somebody must have broken in and taken all the money out of my wallet.
Chris? Maybe wanna stop playing around on your phone?
No, Dr. Thompson. It's better this way. If he's holding it, at least he knows where it is.
I sense some resentment in that statement, Carol.
He's lost his phone at least 10 times in the last few months.
That can't be right.
You're right. It's probably 11.
And how does that make you feel?
Very frustrated. It totally ruined our trip to Hershey Park a few months ago.
That was definitely your fault.
Finally, some real conflict to analyze. So why don't you guys tell me more about it?
Gladly. So, as Carol explained, I have a little habit of losing my phone sometimes.
Again, we've had to buy him a new phone several times over just a couple of months.
So, during the summer, Carol decided to punish me.
You mean teach you a lesson? Chris, where have you been? I tried to call you like 10 times.
Well, there's just a lot of park traffic on my way home from work.
And why didn't you answer your phone?
Well, you should have known that on a nice day like today, there's always a lot of traffic around Hershey Park.
Or is it because you lost your phone again?
No.
Uh-huh. Stand up, spread your arms.
What are you gonna do, frisk me?
Exactly. Just what I thought, no phone. What's the excuse this time?
A bear attacked me? I must have dropped it while fleeing.
Somehow I don't believe that there were wild bears in downtown Hershey.
Well, it's sort of true. You see, while I was using my phone, a player from the Hershey Bears came up behind me. A group of ice hockey fans crowded around us, and by the time I got out, my phone was gone.
So the phone was in your hand, and somehow you didn't notice it went missing?
Someone replaced it with this autograph book. It's almost exactly the same size. But there are a lot of cool autographs in here.
Chris, we can't keep buying you new phones. In fact, this time I don't think we're going to get you another one for a while. Maybe you'll learn to appreciate it more when you have to go without.
So that's just what we did. And boy did it backfire the next weekend when we were supposed to meet at Hershey Park after work. You see, my car broke down and it made me very late.
And of course, I had no idea what was going on. Of course he'd be late today. We're not going to get to ride any of the good rides at this rate. Man, I hope he's okay. Oh, brother, I bet he forgot. But he's sitting at home right now wondering where I'm at.
Thank goodness she's even later than me. She'll never know what happened.
So it sounds like your day was ruined, but obviously Chris has a phone now.
Yeah, after that I decided it was worth him having a phone. I don't know how people survived in the olden days without them.
And guess what? I haven't lost it for 6 weeks.
Okay, so it sounds like once again you guys resolved this problem on your own.
Well, don't worry, Dr. Thompson. He'll lose it again, and you'll be the first to know.
Carol, what are you doing?
Just trying to make sure you don't have coronavirus on you. Did you shower when you got home from work?
Not yet, I'm going to.
And did you take off all your clothes outside and put them in a sealed bag before entering?
Do you want me to strip outside in broad daylight?
Well, you could just do it in your car. I always keep a spare outfit in my back seat.
But if your dirty clothes touch the same seat that you're sitting in when you put on your clean clothes, won't you just get germs on them anyway?
You mean you haven't been using the special seat cover that I bought you?
So, it seems that you think Carol is too much of a germaphobe.
Since this pandemic began, she definitely has been.
Well, that's understandable. We've certainly taken precautions here. We're screening all our patients and having everybody wear masks. But you seem to think Carol has gone overboard. How does that make you feel, Carol?
Well, I have to admit, when we first went back to work, I probably took things a little too far.
A little? How about a lot?
Why don't you tell me about that?
Well, okay, so the big thing was she wanted to wear masks all the time, even at home.
Hi, honey.
Oh, hi. Wait, why are you wearing a mask?
Why aren't you wearing yours? We need to be wearing masks when we can't be socially distanced.
But this is our private home.
Well, the experts say that if we can't be socially distanced, we need to be wearing the mask, even if it's in our own house.
Well, okay, but I thought I heard somewhere something that the mask could make the spread worse.
No, honey, that was last week what they recommended. You gotta keep up with the news.
Okay, so we're supposed to do this until they find a vaccine?
Well, actually, today I heard on the radio that they might never find a vaccine.
Oh, great. Good night, honey.
Chris, what do you think you're doing?
Oh my gosh. Don't tell me I have to wear this while I'm sleeping, too.
Well, actually, the experts say that we really should be sleeping in different rooms.
We live in a studio apartment. The only other room's the bathroom. Am I supposed to sleep in the tub?
Then you'll have to wear the mask. I heard on the radio that...
That's the problem. You've been listening to the news too much, and it's scaring you to death.
So you don't want us to be informed?
Of course we should be informed, but we also need some time to detox and just be together.
It's just all so stressful. I'm so worried I'm going to get you sick.
I know. But we'll make it through together. We'll do the best we can to follow the guidelines, and we'll always be here for each other. There's only so much we can do in this little place anyway.
Maybe you're right, but just promise me that you'll be careful when you're out in public.
I promise. You can take off the mask now. I'm so glad I don't have to wait till a vaccine to kiss you.
So, I'm guessing this conversation helped you with your anxiety?
It's still a little scary sometimes, but it really helped a lot.
And here I thought I'd actually be able to help you through real phobia. So, once again, it seems that you've managed to solve most of these problems yourselves.
Well, it's still really helpful just to talk things out.
Okay, but just sometimes I feel like there's something just beneath the surface that you're hiding. Something dark and sinister.
You mean like when I thought Chris was gaslighting me?
Yes. Gaslighting can be a very big indicator of sociopathic tendencies.
You sound strangely gleeful as you say that.
So it all started when we watched the old movie Gaslight. Have you ever seen it?
Isn't that the one about the man who lies to his wife to cover up his crimes? He makes her believe she's going crazy by telling her the things she sees and hears are in her imagination.
Exactly. Well, after that, I began to notice some strange things. Chris, when did you turn the TV off?
What are you talking about?
We were watching TV.
We've been asleep for hours.
Are you sure?
Yeah, go back to sleep.
What was that noise?
I have to get up early tomorrow. Go to bed.
I hardly slept at all the rest of the night. All I could do was think about that movie and wonder if Chris was lying to me. What was that noise? And I was sure the TV had been on just a moment before, but things got really disturbing the next day. Chris, don't let me forget. I'm gonna put these earrings I borrowed from Mallory here on the nightstand.
Okay, I see where they are. Have a good day. Hello?
Hey, Chris, I need you to return that drill I let you borrow. Mallory's been getting on my case about hanging up a shelf.
I have to go to work, but you can come by and pick it up if you want. I'll leave the spare key under the mat.
Thanks, Chris. I'll be by to pick it up later.
Bye.
Hello, Chris? Where did you put those earrings? I can't find them.
I didn't move them.
They were right here on the nightstand and now they're gone.
That's where I saw you put them. Did the cat knock them down?
I can't find them anywhere. Are you sure you didn't hide them?
Why would I hide the earrings you borrowed from Mallory?
This is just like that movie. You're trying to drive me crazy. Well, I'm not falling for it.
Wow, what an exciting confrontation. What happened next?
Oh, well, I called Derek, and he told me that when he came over to pick up his drill, he saw his wife's earrings laying there, so he just took them home with him.
Wait, so Chris wasn't actually gaslighting you? What about all the strange noises at night?
I drank a soda.
How does that solve it?
Oh no, I mean, I had a caffeinated drink before bed. The caffeine was, causing me to have weird dreams as I drifted in and out of sleep. That's all it was.
Well, once again, great story. Well, we are coming to the end of our session. Is there anything else I can help you with?
Actually, there is one more thing we wanted to mention.
Right. There's a bun in the oven.
Oh my goodness, you're pregnant! Well, congratulations. That's a bright spot in an otherwise unproductive session.
So she did understand what it meant. Then why was it so hard for us?
Well, I guess it's a more common expression than I thought it was.
Wait, so you're not pregnant?
No. We just wanted to see if you understood what the expression means.
Okay. Why is that?
Well, actually, there's a whole story behind it.
Somehow I figured there would be.
You see, Dr. Thompson, the whole thing started when we went to Derek and Mallory's house for dinner one weekend. They were acting very strange.
Oh, the food must be ready. Carol, could you get it out of the oven? Sure.
Do you really think they'll through?
There's nothing in here but this bun.
Why would someone just leave a bun in the oven?
I don't know, Chris. Why would someone leave a bun in the oven?
Well, did you do it?
I mean, yeah, but what does that mean?
I wouldn't worry about it too much. Chris just the other day left his phone in the fridge. People do weird things when they get distracted.
So, does this mean we don't have any dinner?
No, it's in the microwave.
But I don't know how to start that. Would anyone like any red wine with dinner?
Oh, none for me, thank you.
But Mallory, you always have red wine with dinner.
Derek, it's not nice. Maybe Mallory is dieting. Red wine is very high in sugar. That night, we tried to figure out why Mallory and Derek seemed so on edge. Maybe Mallory is worried about her weight. I did notice she was a little wider around the belly.
I think she and Derek are just having another fight. Derek told me that she's been really moody lately.
I don't know. It seemed like they were hiding something.
Don't read into it too much. I'm sure they were just having a bad night and things will be back to normal when we go over to play cards on Sunday. Oh, Mallory, do you have any snacks?
Why don't you get those chips I just bought? Make sure you bring enough because you're eating for two now.
Derek, you need to cut it out with those comments about Mallory's weight. You're making her feel bad.
I really don't think you understand the situation.
I do, and I don't like it.
Here you go, Chris. Enjoy.
Thanks. What is this? Thermometer?
It's a pregnancy test!
Carol, you're pregnant?
No, I'm pregnant.
Congratulations!
See, Derek, now that you know she's expecting, I hope you'll be a little bit nicer to her.